Good morning. My name is Anna Imagination with the Healing Garden, and thank you so much for joining me. So, I want to talk this morning about a very particular topic. This is very interesting. I Every morning I get up and I do a body scan. It's part of my meditation routine, and I take note where I'm feeling discomfort, whether it be emotionally, internally, or physically. And then I have a process, which I'll be going over later how to execute this effectively. But I basically go in and I locate the discomfort, I target in, zero in on it, and I identify what this discomfort is and what I need to do to basically uh, resolve it, pull it out of me. And I have a visioning process that I use where I open up the discomfort. I zero in, almost like I'm honing in with a microscope. And I just keep peeling back the layers until I find out what it is. And I'm going to be doing a video later to explain tediously how it is I pull this off. Because if you can do that using this visioning process, you can literally walk right into any fear, any issue you have, and get to the core of your problem. And then I pull it out and I can address the issue. So I noticed, despite all of my mental work, that I had this constant pain right here, not just in my chest, but around my heart. And I kept thinking for quite a while that it was mental, except now I'm at a point where I'm going through and I'm like, okay, my cognitive course, humming along, everything's smooth. The processing is working. My love is stable. It's got this great caliber now or calibration happening now. So my cognitive core is calibrating off of my love. Everything's in balance and I feel great, except I had this pain. And it was actually my daughter that made me realize this. On Monday night, we had an incident that triggered her PTSD really bad. And the next morning, she texted me and said, she was at school and she's like, Mom, my chest is like pounding. And she's 15 years old. And she's like, Is this from yesterday? And I'm like, Yeah, that's the fact that she was still experiencing physical symptoms from her PTSD episode the day before. I informed her we need to work on her self care. And it made me think about my own situation. Now, she's 15 years old, and that was one incident. And I could see where, okay, emotional incident, and now 12 hours later, her heart is still like beating. And I'm going, well, what does that do to a heart? What does that do to the physical body inside? And what does that do to your entire system after 40 years of trauma, which is what I endured? And I just came out of 3 years of trial by fire. There's no other word for it. 3 years of trial by fire, 3 years of just insanity. And it's over now. Things are falling. I have stepped into the abundance flow, and it's just, things are just, oh, it's wonderful. I'm in a great place right now. But I still had this pain. And when I looked into it, I realized it was not emotional or mental, it was physical, which was interesting. So it got me thinking based off of my daughter's situation. I honed in on it and I remembered the heart is a muscle, just like the muscles in your back that align your spine. And I do a lot with massage therapy. I get myself done with my own knots. And I remembered when I started like actual therapy in 2015, 2017, within those 2 years, I started to do a lot of massage and I was feeling knots in my back that I've had for decades finally release. And I'm going, well, wait a minute. If your back can knot up from tension, and those are muscles, then why can't the heart, which is a muscle, also knot up? Interesting, isn't it? So I thought, okay, well, basically, and I had a suspicion that the pain I had in my chest was literally just my heart just clamping up constantly tight from all the tension. So I did this visioning process where I basically did Reiki and yeah, warmed up. And then I basically used the energy to visualize a massage on my heart, which is what I'm doing right now. Like it's right over the heart. And I imagined the energy just massaging the heart. And then I ran a mantra through saying, Relax, it's all right, release, release. And I could feel my heart just relax. This is big. Like, this is huge. I really strongly recommend you do this, especially if you are subjected to chest pains, if you are subjected to trauma. Make this part of your routine. It's never discussed. I've never seen any material on it. Now, this crosses very significantly over into the world of medicine and physical heart health and cardio. I don't do anything with that. I can't even begin, out of my realm. I don't want to touch it. That's not what I do. Talk to a healthcare professional. But as far as the mental health aspect, what I recommend you do is to do a Reiki. Only do it on yourself, please, unless you're trained or licensed. And it's basically you want the friction and you want to imagine and accumulate. Friction, by the way, is energy. So, but you basically want to imagine the energy flowing between your hands and just imagine you're holding a ball. Really solidify that ball. Think a lot about the movie Guardians of the Galaxy 2 when he is with his father and they form that ball that they toss back and forth. That's what you're doing. That is exactly what you're doing. So imagine that ball in between your hands and then just place it over your heart and just imagine you are using your hands to channel the energy through to your hands into your chest. And it's just completely wrapping around your heart. And then it's doing like this pulsing massage around your heart. And what I did then was this meditation exercise of I imagined two types of energy. The energy I release, and that goes down. When you release, for me, it pushes down into the ground and it roots me to the ground. So I get grounding in here as well. And then I inhale. And when I inhale, I imagine the energy coming down into my crown and flowing down. And I have two mantras. The first mantra that I use, let me see if I can remember what I said yesterday because it was so effective. And this is all while my hand is on my heart, like, and I'm imagining that all basically. So it's a process. It's the energy comes into my crown, and I say, "Heal me," or I will. I call upon the divines to heal, and then release the pain. I release the pain. I will be healed. I will release the pain. And I inhale, and when I inhale, I imagine that energy coming into my system. I siphon it around my heart and I massage it with the good, pure energy that just came in. And I think heal, it can be anything you want, just as long as it helps you focus. That is the power of words, is it's just a directioning tool to help you siphon. It goes around your heart. Imagine it massaging your heart. And then you exhale and I release this energy that no longer serves me. I release this pain. And then inhale. May the divines cleanse me and heal me. May the divines give me strength. That's what it was. It was give me strength, release the pain. Give me strength, release the pain. Those were the two cycles. So I would inhale while thinking, oh, I lost train of thought. So I would inhale while thinking, um, may the divines heal me. I would imagine the energy coming in and wrapping around my heart and then giving my heart a massage and telling my heart, you can relax. It's okay now. And then I will release the pain. May the divines help me release the pain. And then I imagined this tension just relax the heart and literally imagine your heart relaxing and just releasing the tension. And then let it go. Release it into the ground and use that to ground you through your madra, through your grounding chakra. And again, inhale. May the divines give me strength. And then massaging the heart. Exhale. May I release the pain. And back and forth. Those two mantras, while you're imagining literally your chest muscles, deep internal, it's just completely. I recommend you do this also with any smoke damage, with lung health, anything internally. And if you just imagine the energy just coming in, and what I do, what I actually do is I imagine the energy restoring my DNA, restoring my cells so that they heal my cells. I imagine the energy wrapping around every one of my individual cells and then melting it away, which I think is why I look so young, is because I'm tapping into energy. And I've been doing this for decades now, where I imagine the energy restoring my cells and then flushing it out. And that cycle over and over again. So it's fantastic, especially if you have been subjected to trauma, because trauma plays a significant stress on your heart, and stress is very much linked to heart health. So imagine that. Give your heart like extra care to massage it. And if you can't screw this up, this is not something like, oh, I have this powerful tool, and if I don't use it right, if your intentions are good, if your intentions are pure, you can't do any harm. You can't do any harm with this. So it's not dangerous. This is what I love about holistic healing, is it's not dangerous. I mean, don't go out and like start drinking teas and taking medications, natural or not, unless you know what you're getting into, because there's a lot of other things in here. But when you're talking about just energy, as long as you intend well, you can do no harm. So just that constant putting it through here, massaging the heart, massaging your internal organs, imagining that energy literally like a shower, just rinsing and cleansing and then pushing everything through. So thank you so much for joining me this morning. My name is Anna Imagination with the Healing Garden. Please join my Facebook group below and join all the happiness that's happening there. So thank you so much for joining me, and may the kindest of words always find you.